Okay. Well, I'm Cameron. We're going to talk about building an athlete's brand, navigating social media basically in today's sports environment. So, who am I? Cameron Wells. I founded Off Season Marketing Group. It is a sports marketing focused agency. I'm director of content and partnerships at By Any Means Basketball. I also manage the social media here at Detail. And I'm also director of content and social media for Miles Turner of the Pacers. So that is a little bit of background of who I am. Obviously, I travel with Coleman pretty much to all these countries. This is my work in the Philippines. So now, if you don't know who I am, I'm the guy with the camera that you always see, just lurking around, taking pictures, videos. We finished our Europe tour, so I should see y'all probably consistently for at least a month, probably about the next 3 or 4 months until we do our tours in the fall. Who can answer why is social media important for an athlete? Speak up. Exposure. That's one reason. College coaches seeing your Instagram. These are all very good reasons that I included here. So, most importantly, obviously, a lot of you guys want to play at the next level. Recruiting is going to be a majority done on social media these days. A lot of coaches live on Twitter. Instagram is a good one as well, but that's more so, I would say, better for showcasing your highlights, but you're going to see a lot of activity on X or Twitter. So recruiting is going to be a house for your highlights. It's easily accessible while maintaining a level of privacy. Obviously, you don't want to give out your number to everyone, especially parents. You don't want your kids giving out their number to everyone. But social media kind of allows a barrier for them to be able to promote themselves, promote their athletic achievements, and even some of the organizations to promote those without them having to give out too much information. It can also be linked directly to recruiting sites. You'll see many recruiting sites 24/7 on 3 that will have an athlete's profile and it'll have their social media directly linked to that. Like Elijah said, connections. Most coaches have social media profiles these days, so you're probably going to want to have one as well if you plan on playing at the next level. Network with people in your industry, network with players, find organizations and camps, connect with scouts. They're all going to be on social media. Educate yourself on the game with different perspectives. Very clearly, you are in a gym that is built on that. Coleman started his social media journey 7-8 years ago. Obviously, he's amassed his, following, and which has allowed him to go to all these countries, train thousands of people across the world on YouTube primarily, Instagram primarily, and none of that would have been possible without social media. Life skills, you're going to learn how to promote yourself. You're going to learn how to sell yourself, essentially. It's very important. I'd say one of the most important skills in life is learning how to sell. You're always selling something. In this case, it is yourself and why you should be picked up by a certain college coach, given a chance, why they should trust you with their career. Practice effective communication skills. You're going to need to know how to communicate with adults. Again, this goes back to selling yourself. You're going to need to know how to communicate your strengths, how to communicate your weaknesses, and how those can be improved upon, how you're coachable. All these go into communication skills. Also, discover alternative career paths. The basketball will stop bouncing for everyone. It's a very cliche saying, but obviously, he's a trainer. Cole's a trainer. I work in sports doing content. These are all career paths that are possible these days with the help of social media. You can use social media to still work in basketball even once you're done playing. Any questions so far? What not to do. A lot of you guys do this. Have black profile pictures, 0 posts, crazy usernames. Do not be this guy if you're trying to get to the next level, frankly. Coach doesn't want to recruit Ganger Slimeball 35. They have no idea who that is. If they don't know what you look like, when they show up to a tournament because they saw your highlights. They should probably know what you look like. Don't post explicit language and content. If you want to do that on your personal page, sure, but at least have a more professional, cleaned up second page. Prime example, I know Luke has a basketball page. If you need to create a second page, please do that. You don't want to, blast out to all your friends your highlights. Maybe you're shy, that's cool. Make a second page dedicated strictly to basketball, to sports, that coaches can find you, that you can send people to, that has all your achievements, all your accolades. Do that. Don't be afraid to take initiative, and we'll expand more on this in the next slide. What does that mean to you guys? Don't be afraid to take initiative. If I say that, what does that mean? Yes, don't be afraid to contact coaches. Anything else? All right. Who knows who Manny is? A good amount of y'all. Okay. Manny is probably, I would say, one of our most exemplary athletes we have in the gym. He is currently in Australia playing NBL 1, so he's playing professionally. He's getting paid to play basketball. Manny has been with us for probably 3 years now, and he is from Australia. He's South Sudanese. He's born in Australia, grew up in Australia, didn't start playing basketball until he was probably 16, 17. He is playing pro because he took initiative. He sent I just got off the phone with him. He sent 350 to 450 emails just to get to the U.S. for high school. He got 12 responses out of 350 to 450 emails. He got one full ride offer. This just gives you a preview just for high school, how hard some of these guys want your opportunity, want the same spot that you are competing for. So to go on a little bit of a sidebar, when we get on y'all for putting in your effort, communicating, playing defense, anything that we get on you for is because we at this gym have a perspective from all the countries we travel to. All these guys in all these countries want what you have. You already have a leg up on them being in America, being born in America, being exposed to basketball. A lot of these guys have 2 times the desire to play basketball as you, but they will never be half as good as you just because they don't have resources, they don't have coaches, they don't have the natural exposure to watch the NBA in the same time zone. They just don't have the same floor, the same baseline that you guys have. So please don't take this for granted, because you have guys that are out here sending almost 450 emails just to get an opportunity to play in high school. These are really good examples of basketball social media profiles. She went to our camp 3 Europe tours ago in Vienna, in Austria, and then she traveled to Germany this year just to come to our camp again. She is, as you can see, committed to Yale. If she was a guy, she would be competing for your spot. Her profile, where she's from, how old she is, what class she is, her name, not some obscure username. It is her name _ last name. Very easy to find for any coach. Here, she has strictly basketball stuff. 3x3, basketball. She still has some personal stuff up there, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. But make sure you have a professional, easy to find looking Instagram or Twitter for these coaches to access. She probably has a link to her highlights. Sean, he came here with a French program 3 years ago. We actually ran into him, and he didn't know that we ran into him at the Monaco game, but he has his class, his height, his position. He still has his personal Snapchat in there, that's fine. But he has strictly basketball stuff. Bryce, a few of y'all may know Bryce. He is a player here in the South Florida area. He has strictly basketball stuff, his class, his location, where he plays, and then strictly highlights. These are very good examples of how your profile should look if you want coaches to recruit you. Again, Luke actually has a good one. I was going to use his, but I had all these other examples. Do y'all have any questions based on this? How to put together a highlight reel. what programs to use to edit these. CapCut's a very easy one. All y'all have a phone, you can use CapCut. If you have a computer, a lot of y'all have Macs and Apple products, you can use, I think iMovie's free, I believe, or it comes standard on it. Canva, I made this deck on Canva. You can use Canva to edit videos. You can use Instagram Editor to edit videos. You can use pretty much all the same apps that you already use, a lot of them to edit videos. If you need help, come find me. Come find Cole. We both know how to edit videos. Jan, you know how to edit. If you need help, ask your teammate. Yo, how do I clip this up? How should I structure this? Yo, should I put all my offensive plays together, all my assists, all my points? Use each other, use your resources that you already have. This is why we're here. This is why this program is here, to help you guys accomplish your goals, to be more than just a travel team that comes and practices and then plays and just goes about your business. We want to help y'all get wherever y'all want to go with basketball. And if that isn't playing basketball, again, there are careers outside of basketball. Come ask me how I got into what I got into. Jan has asked me before about potentially interning. If you guys have interest, we want to help you guys foster those. And they don't even have to be basketball. It could be college related. Everybody in here has gone to college. Everybody. So if you have any questions, even outside of what we're talking about here, just come ask us. Hopefully all of y'all know me now. Are there any other questions? How would I reach out to a coach? Good question. First off, I asked Manny if he could send me a sample email of his 450. He's in Australia, so he was just waking up. It's really early. You got it? Can you airdrop that to me? And I can put it up here. But while he's sending me that, really briefly, just keep it very professional. Be to the point. These coaches have a lot of things. As you can see, he only got 12 responses out of potentially 450 emails. So you're going to not get responses from a lot of these guys. They have a lot of things to take care of. They have a current team to manage. So be professional, be concise, and make sure whatever you're sending them is super easy to watch. And it gives them all the information in one place. It should have your class, your name, your height, your weight, maybe your strengths, your position. They shouldn't have to really go far for any of this. So as you can see here, this is one of the emails, one of the 450 emails that Manny sent. Very quickly, he gets to it, international recruit, something that's gonna catch their eye. For you guys, it may be, if you're a shifty guard, you may put shifty guard, playmaker, put your height in there, whatever. Maybe where you're from, if you're trying to go to a local school. Lockdown defender. That is going to get them. You're always going to get on the court if you can play defense. He has let's see, does it have his email? That's another thing. Make sure your email address is professional. Don't have, again, another crazy username as your email address. International recruit. My name is Manuel Majak, and I'm an international student from Australia. Lets him know where he's from. I'm looking for scholarship opportunities, and I would love to be a part of the postgraduate team. Tells him immediately what he's looking for. I'm a 6'5" guard wing that can shoot efficiently and handle the ball well, and is really big on the defensive side. I would really love the opportunity to play at Elite One Academy, and I believe the program will help me really reach my basketball and academic potential using the amazing facilities and resources you provide. I'm a hard worker, and all I need is one opportunity to prove myself. Please really consider me. Thank you. Details: height, weight, position, date of birth, contact details, and he includes his workout tape. This is probably like a 9 out of 10 email. Only thing I would critique, maybe not like, please really consider me. You don't want to sound desperate, but you also just want to put yourself out there. You want to sound confident in your abilities. He thanks them. It's really good. I would really love the opportunity. A lot of these coaches, they want somebody that does want them. They don't want somebody that just thinks this. You don't want to apply to a school and kind of brush them off like they're not important. A chance to play anywhere is better than a chance to play nowhere. A lot of guys start out at JUCOs, start out at smaller schools. and that is their stepping stone up to a higher school, and sometimes that's their stepping stone up to the NBA. I have a friend, Trey Murphy, plays for the Pelicans. He started out at a JUCO, then he went to Virginia. No, he went to a small school. Yeah, he went to Rice, smaller school. Then went to Virginia. Now he's in the NBA. Now he's starting in the playoffs. So, don't take this lightly. Really present yourself as professionally as possible. Be to the point. This is one paragraph, details in bullet points, and then his workout tape. That's all it takes. And then last point, if somebody does respond and they reject you, still take the time to thank them, inform them. If you have any opportunities that may arise in the future, let me know. I would love to, continue to be in consideration. So always thank them for any opportunity, for any response back, because you have to understand, again, they're very busy, and them even taking the time to respond back to you means something. Are there any other questions? Parents, do you have any questions? I would say first step, one, talk with their parents. See if they want to manage it. Sometimes your parents are better off managing something like that. Maybe they don't feel comfortable with you having, a profile. I don't know if you all have social media profiles, but talk with your parents. Let them know, hey, I'm going to be using an account, strictly for basketball. Maybe can you help me read over messages? Can you help guide me on what to say, on how to structure these emails? Can you help me find coaches to contact? Can you help me find programs? Biggest thing, do not overlook programs. Don't just look at D1s and high majors. A majority of them, I'm going to be frankly honest, they will find you. If they have not found you, they probably will not be finding you. There are very limited spots, and these days with the transfer portal, high schoolers, it's becoming harder and harder to go to a high major D1 or even a D1 at all out of high school when they can find somebody that is at a JUCO or a low major school with college experience that has a proven track record that they can just bring into their program, and they don't have to teach how to play college basketball. That's just being completely honest with you. After that, I would say set up your profile, get a nice profile picture up there, probably something basketball related. Get your name, in the bio, you should have your location, your class, what school or what program you play for. If your school or your program has a social media account, link that in the bio, because if your school or program is promoting you, then you want people to be able to see that as well. If I go and click your school and you drop 40 points and they didn't collaborate that post with you, but they have it up there, that's going to be good for coaches to see. Don't be afraid to put your highlights up there. Please do not hoard your highlights. Don't wait till the end of the season to do that. If you went off for a 30-point game, or you had 10 assists, or you made even a really good play, you made a really good pass, you made a really good defensive stop, put that on your profile. If it's a basketball profile, nobody's going to care if you post on it 10 times a day. It is a house for your highlights. Sell yourself. You want content to be up there for somebody to be able to get stuck and scroll for 10 minutes. I get stuck on people's pages all the time. You never know what you're going to find, what's going to pop up on the Explore page, what's going to go viral, who's going to pick it up and send it to somebody else. Don't get caught up in likes or shares. One share could be the difference between you sitting here and you being at a college program. Then to go off of that, again, lastly, don't be afraid to reach out. If you have something good, if you have a coach you've already been in contact with, maybe send them your latest highlight. Send them your compilation. Ask for feedback. Hey, coach, I saw your recent game. I think I could see myself fitting into this program. Do you have any feedback for me? What could I improve to be a qualified player for a program like yours? Don't be afraid to reach out. Any other questions, parents? Any other questions from y'all? Okay. Thank you for listening. This is my TED Talk. So.